And that's why so many people out there are sort of getting out of it, or really not even in this business at the senior level. See, the aging in place and caring in the home, we can't allow this to happen. We have got to change the paradigm. We don't have to let it happen. If you're going to be the guys that are bringing it to retail, being the business owners, and demanding a better way, we have an opportunity as American industry to refine and redefine ourselves. So, I decided if all this stuff is really bad, and we're the boomers and everybody knows about us, and we're supposed to be strong and a big retail, a big buying group, how come they're not listening to us? So I decided to go on a road trip for the last 6 months. And I packed my bag, a little bit different than the 60s. I used to have Carlos Castaneda books and peyote buttons, but we don't do that anymore. We basically, just a good case of Miller Lite will work. So I got onto the road, and I started going into retail. And I think I found out why they're not listening to us. We're invisible. We are invisible. Let me tell you, I'll go into a retailer. Now, I normally talk to vice presidents and presidents of the retailer. I talk about the age wave and what's going on. This particular case, though, was a mid-level merchandising management person. So I start going on about age wave and the technology and all the things that we've learned over the years. And he looks over at his partner and he goes, this is old stuff. This is about seniors. We don't have any seniors in our retail, do we? We don't have it, do you? Do we? This was Florida. This was Florida. Now, what I don't get is the CEA basically said, you know, they did a survey, and they said, you know, the 30-year-olds all the way up to the 70-year-olds, you look at intent to buy, and you look at usage. And you look at things like computers and digital cameras and DVD players, those sorts of things. Guess what? It's less than a 1.5 difference between usage and intent to buy when you get to that level. And it really doesn't start falling off until you start getting into the late 70s and the 80s. And that's pretty much my experience. I've sort of found that out too, that those are the kinds of people, and that's kind of the age group. We've got a lot to learn here, folks. We're invisible. Somebody got some paint, something? Let's start doing something so people know we exist. We're there. So I said, okay, you know, I get it. He's not really in this business, I guess. He just hasn't gotten it yet. I'm going to start looking at these retailers and businesses that are focused on it. Let's find out what they're doing. So I started going to several of the national guys that are out there that are doing this space. And I find out they're doing great business. And they've got sleep products, and they've got safety products and mobility products, and they're doing it. And guess what? No technology products. No technology products. Now, I know technology products work. I mean, myself, the Jitterbug cell phone we brought to market, we brought the MyGate computer, TV ears. These products are huge sellers, and they did great. Customers loved them. Okay, so at First Street, when we brought these products in, it was incredible products. Well, why? Why? Because you're constantly hearing, these are very, very complicated. I was on a panel just 2 days ago with a Best Buy management person, and of course he was going ka-ching, Greek squadron. I said, you know, technology is really simple. It's really simple. And he says, oh, no, I tend to disagree. It is very, very complicated. And I understand why, and you should too. And the bottom is we have a long way to go. Now, can we be different? Can I get my slide? Well, I queued it up for this, and we don't have the slide. Okay. What you're going to see here, another consumer electronics product, ladies and gentlemen. How can we be different? First of all, this is what I wanted to show you. There's a company called MyGate, and they've been building computers for a while for seniors, over 10 years, in fact, in the senior community. But one of the things that is there, believe it or not, in the product itself is a help button. It always exists. It's always there. It's built into the actual design of the product. How amazing a company that wants to actually talk to its clients, to its customers, to its users. We think that's extremely, extremely important. I think that as a group, with this new business and with aging in the home, we have to create a new service or support dynamic. And it leads 4 basic pieces of it. The first piece is orientation. What we need to do is get involved with the customer actually before we open the box. Now, this sounds really crazy, doesn't it? But we have to be able to integrate. Now, believe it or not, I'm not 12 years old. My eyes aren't so young. I can't freaking read my Comcast bill. Have you tried? 4 pages? Imagine talking to one of those guys coming in. And I can tell you, seniors have a hard time talking to the guy that's the cable guy walking in and even being treated with a little bit of respect. So orientation is a huge, huge piece of this, getting them ready. Second is we need to modify. Whatever we buy, whatever product we buy, there is a reason I bought it. I want to use this product a certain way. So we modify it so that the initial reaction to that product is it satisfies what I wanted that product to do. Now, 9 times out of 10, that's a very, very small part. A very, very small part of the whole product. So the third piece of that service dynamic is transformation. Because now what we're going to do is touching that customer again is to get them to begin to use the rest of the product, get more involved in the product. And then the fourth piece of this is continuation. And that's where content comes in many cases. Developing content and developing other feature sets, particularly in the world of computers and things that can operate in the cloud. Things that we can do now that we can continue to involve that customer as an ongoing active participant, getting more than he really ever thought he was going to get. The next slide that you see, I'm showing a scooter. And thanks so much for talking about falls, because 1 in 3 seniors will fall this year. About 60% of that will happen in the bathroom. But I was going to show a scooter in an American company called Rascal. And the reason why I was going to show that is because they understand something, that 70% of the scooters that are out there are basically 3-wheel scooters that are being sold. 30,000 seniors go to the emergency room every year falling off their scooter. So what they did was put 2 basic little, sort of like training wheels on the front that magnetically come down, and they engage, so if they lean to one side or the other, they won't fall. Well, here's the deal. 6%, or about a 6% decline, if you look at a 6% decline, you really want your scooter to be able to handle that, right? The Rascal will do it. They went out, understood the American market, made a product, and Europe made it a standard. See, that's the problem. No standards. Nobody really is doing anything about standards. Tell me you're going to put 50 dB of gain into somebody's ear on an amplified phone. You're doing worse harm to that guy you could ever help him. And who's doing anything about it? Who's going to do anything about it? We have to protect our seniors. We have to change this paradigm. Oh, I got it. There's new companies coming. Digital health, it's coming. I know all about it. Maybe they can help. Maybe they can help. This product has been on the market, the electric toothbrush, for over 30 years. The majority of people that use this product use it wrong. And a manual toothbrush will do more good. They've done a great job. I don't even know what digital health is. Is that something for cyborgs? Cyborg products? I don't know. Whatever it is, we need a paradigm shift, and it's you and me. And you guys, we need a little help. Put a little ink on the issues and not just the jump ball issues.